So it's Tuesday, the 26th of September 2023. So, since yesterday I've done loads. So, what I've firstly done is, as you know, I'm using Marmok's board. It's 12.5 mil thick. It's an external grade backer board. Kind of cementous kind of backer board. I've put edging, which is the 50 mil fiberglass mesh. So it's a sticky one, but not that it makes any difference, because I use thin set or tile adhesive to go over it. So I've used 2 lengths of this over each other on each side, and it looks like this. So what I've done is I've projected up a rough image of the Sattriya lady from Assam doing a Krishna pose. Now, Sattriya dance, like I said, it's one of the eight dances of Indian classical dance, as I said yesterday. Now, this is a couple of images that have been my inspiration. So the bottom one has the kind of dress that Sattriya dancers would wear, and it's quite beautiful, really. Lots of inspiration there for different kinds of crockery and tile to use. Hair is kind of like flowers, like a kind of head garland using jasmine, and lots of accoutrement like a tika for the parting of her hair, and a nice bindi there. And this is the hand pose. Hope you can see that. It's quite a dark day again. For the flute, it's Krishna's flute. And this is a whole figure doing that pose, you see. So what I did was I photocopied that image onto an acetate. Now, obviously, my photocopier is not photocopy sensitive, but this acetate is, so it didn't sort of melt in the printer. So it's a rough image. So what I did was I projected it onto the board. Now, the reason why I stress the fact that it's a rough image is that I didn't want to make a copy. I just wanted a starting point. Like with all of these, you kind of have a starting point, so you know roughly where the figure is going to go and the scale of her. So I'm really pleased, because I was just figuring out where her head should be, whether it should be the centre of that extra piece of 20 centimetre by 4 foot, 120 by 20 centimetre board. But then I had a little clever idea of actually having the shadow of her face on one side and then the rest of the face on the other. I hope you like that. It's very, very clever. I'm very clever. So, rough estimate of where the hands should be and where the pennant in the middle of her sari dress should be. I'm still undecided whether she should be abstract or figurative, but you know, as you can tell, it's probably looking more figurative than abstract. And there's a funny little scale thing going on there, because she looks like she's in scale with this lady here rather than that lady there. But do you know what? It don't matter, do it? It don't matter, because we're talking a montage collage of figures dancing in their own dance. So it could be just like in a Krishnalila painting, all the Gopis feel that they're dancing with Krishna on their own, but they're dancing in a circle. So I'll look up Krishnalila. Krishna, Lila. That's all you have to remember. Yeah, so I might write a little bit more about that. So yeah, that's the work so far. I'm really pleased with how it's going. And also, I've got a table of inspiration. So I'm thinking yellows. I'm thinking perhaps some blues. Some nice crockery there. Very nice crockery. And colours. I've got another lovely orangey, goldy plate. But I've got lovely yellow beads. Glass iridescence, you know. And then the crockery corner. Look at this crockery corner. So it's going to be a lot of playing and figuring. I have got some internal grade tiles. And I have noticed, because I'm using external grade board, it should work out. And what's the worst that can happen? I can chip it out and put something else in. And the crockery, it's stoneware, so that should be okay. Look at this. This could go nicely on the pennant at the bottom. I've got some lovely texture as well as these plates. And then I need to show you all of them. Look at that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So there's all to play for. Lots of inspiration. You know, beads, shapes, external grade tile, all sorts. And yeah, and some iridescence. And look, the Mendy hand. So the Mendy hand can go back in here, you see. And maybe the back of her hand as well, you see. So yeah, it's all fun. And then I've got to figure out, once I've done enough of the drawing, I've got to figure out where the fixing should go. Doesn't have to be right central anyway. Perhaps in 3 places, perhaps one there. And one at the bottom, of course. And should she have feet? Well, she doesn't really need to have feet. She might have toes. Don't know. It's all to play for. Anyway, Caroline Jerrywell, Mango Mosaics, over and out. See you soon. Bye.